You should see me dancing, or attempting to dance, kind of something like that. A bit as if. My children would say as if. Yeah. Sometimes I attempt to wiggle a bit. Not the best, but I'm also not the worst. I'm better than many people, my distant cousins, the Caucasians. I'm better than many of those. At least I have rhythm in me and with me. It is 106.1 FM Next Radio. And definitely it is the big talk on a Monday evening, and we are excited to be here by the masses and grace of God. And as well on a Monday, we are having conversations about matters, our governance and politics. And today the conversation centers around a big conversation that has been going on for the last 2 days. That's what I am being told. Happens in Entebbe. Don't make too much about the address being Entebbe. It just happened that's where it was, and it is that retreat by the Alternative Ideas for Uganda's Governance, also called the Opposition, and they've been in Entebbe. And the Honorable Dr. Timothy Batua from Jinja Southwest constituency is in here to let us in on how that did go. Daktari Kodeo.
Oh, Kodeo tuliyo balungi nze kalamu
nze nansangaire
webale kwekaza we wekaza.
I like that. That's a good way to put it. Webale kwekaza nze na nekaza
wekaza
nekaza ino. Interesting how languages can mean very differently.
I'm telling you. Yes. So interesting.
Yes. I've always been a huge fan of Sogi. I think Sogi is such a sweet language when it is spoken. When it is spoken beautifully. I had is it Geno Bigirwa and Simon Muyanga Utaya having a lot of banter in Sogi and sounding very, very sweet.
Yes,
it's good to have you over. How's your constituency doing?
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here. Good evening, listeners. The constituency
and
is
viewers.
Good. And viewers.
Yes.
Yeah, the constituency is fairly good. We've just set the foot forward. We are getting things done, I presume. So we are setting off. We are in this phase where you have so many expectations and a lot of hope that you will fulfill most of them. So
you wish.
There isn't a lot to do with accountability. Criticism is not so much at the moment. So we are in that phase, which is so good for politicians.
At least your constituents have found out the dangers of choosing someone else over you.
They must be appreciating and confirming that they did the best choice.
Yeah, finally. After they went through a hiatus.
So many years of struggle.
Okay, very interesting.
We are now moving on well.
Good. And any issues of service delivery, or are they in that mode where they are hoping that the Minister of Local Government could come around and save them from government workers who hardly ever know why they are supposed to be in office?
Yeah, in terms of service delivery, there is a dire need to really improve the road network in Jinja, particularly the city. When you go to other cities, it's better. For Jinja, the roads are old. It's the other colonial roads that we used to have when Jinja was the industrial industrial area for Uganda as a country. So the very roads that were left by the colonialists, they're now down, so they need to be rehabilitated. And then, of course, the city has expanded. New places have been added to the city.
I was very surprised. I was in Budondo, and that's still Jinja City.
That is Jinja City.
And Budondo is isn't that supposed to be about 20 kilometers?
No.
Could
it
be
is
more.
Just next to the city. Budondo is a sub-county with so many villages, about 37 to 50, I don't know. So it's just next to the city. Now, those were the areas that were added on to Jinja Municipal Council to make it a city, because to be a city, you need a particular population and a particular land size. So we had to get 3 sub-counties, Bugembe, Mafubira, and Budondo onto Jinja. But now these were rural sub-counties with maram roads, with boreholes. You get it. Some villages at the time didn't even have, they were not connected to the grid, no power. So, and I believe we got it wrong from strategy, right from policy. You know, introducing cities and still leaving them under local government. Yet, while bringing them, we had this mind of urbanization. We had this mind of having social amenities much more pronounced in cities. Maybe a public gym, maybe, you know, the green space, where you can have the gardens and all that. So that's what a city was envisaged to be. But when they dipped it into local government, when they brought them through just a mere description of the Local Government Act, where a city is equivalent to a district. The moment they said that in one of the sections, that a city is equivalent to a district, so it looked like just a change of name.
So why are you leaving? Why are you then creating cities if they are equivalent? But anyways, I had gone that side and happened to drop by Dr. Batambuze's residence.
Oh yes, wonderful family.
Yes, I was on my way back from condoling with the Ndimchikas.
Oh yes.
The late Ndimchika, Dr. Moses Maka is a very good friend. So that's how I got to experience Budondo. I hadn't been there in a very long time, and it was a pleasure to see that side of town. But Jinja, I think, is buzzing, generally buzzing. I see a lot of things going to happen in Jinja.
It should be. You know, Jinja is strategically located. In the sense that if you're in Kampala and you want something different, the nearest place you can run to and back is Jinja. So that strategic positioning has really put it as a second option, an immediate option after Kampala. Number 2 is endowed. It has these beautiful sceneries, particularly around River Nile. Then it has a population that may not be so different from the population you find in Kampala. So when you go partying, the people around you are the usual people, basically.
But wait until that express comes. Once that express does happen, which will happen, it's a matter of when, not if, then Jinja will flip.
Actually, it will become a metropolitan.
Exactly.
You can work in Kampala and stay in
live in Jinja.
Because with that express,
it will
take an hour.
It will take you shorter to go to Jinja than to go to Namugongo.
Okira.
Very soon. Obulindo, Ojogwe, all these kinds of places. So when we say these things, it's not banter. For you listening, we are asking you to strategically place yourself in the line of these opportunities. So now that the express is coming, and it will come,
definitely.
If you may, go to Budondo and start buying land. Because once that express comes, the dynamic will be changing. So we started there as we get into the conversation for the evening, which is matters alternative governance, and that is you in the quote-unquote opposition, which I'd like to see as the alternative governance or alternatives and options for running Uganda. You've been together in Entebbe, and how did that go, and what was the major focus as you were out there?
As the opposition in parliament, we had a retreat, particularly an induction for all members of parliament in the opposition and those independents but opposition leaning. It was a 2-day induction. It was basically to put us on the same footing as we start deliberating for the country. So we were positioning ourselves to work better than we were in the 11th Parliament. So we had to bring everybody on board. We recognize that there are new members of Parliament in the opposition, and they are members of Parliament with a different exposure that a politician, that is different from what a politician should have or should be knowing. So it was a wonderful retreat. We had very many guest speakers, some politicians, others, finance-oriented people, and then we had people to explain and reintroduce how we should understand society. We had a meeting of minds, how we understand things and how they understand things. So there was a convergence that actually we should agree to interpret some of these things this way or that way. So it was really a wonderful moment. It was 2 days, and the exposure was so good. There were also lessons of caution. We had Enterprise Uganda, Mr. Chichi. He had the last moments with us on the last day, the very last hour. And, he brought in a certain perspective where one is a politician earning handsomely, but it becomes challenging when that person's home is put to auction by a bank. So you start wondering. Then, of course, there are politicians who have had the best of moments, who have been in the limelight. But the moment that door closes, and then their life suddenly changes, and changes 360, for the worst. So he contrasted their lives, that these are people who were once where you are. And he brought in names that were even better privileged than we are. Somebody being maybe a banker and heading a banking institution, being a minister, heading the ministry for so many years, being in parliament for 5 terms or plus, and what that person is right now. So that contrast really got us to rethink. You get it? It was challenging us that you want to use both your arms to do what government has failed to do. Do you know what government is? So if government has failed, how will your 2 arms really do that? Unless you want to push yourself elsewhere. So it was really wonderful. It was bringing us to speed. We are supposed to focus at the same point. You get it, to understand things the same way. So it was a wonderful retreat organized by the Office of the Leader of Opposition. Yeah, and so many new things were learned.
Very interesting. And I'd like to pick up on 3 things, beginning where you stopped. And you're making a very, very strong point, especially the fact that this is being taught to people in the opposition. I mean, biting what you can chew, trying to do what the state has struggled with.
Yeah,
it may not even matter how much passion and energy you have. Can you fix what a sitting government is struggling to fix in 40 years? How much of it are you able to do without necessarily, or how much of it do you want to do, and how much of it can you not do? Where's the balance?
That is it. Where is the line?
Yes,
between reality and maybe dreaming
and hypotheticals.
You can look at it. Maybe say, let's look at the ambulance. I believe most of the members of parliament, particularly the new ones, when they get into office, they want to establish themselves, which is good. To be in parliament for maybe say 40 years, because there's something common with the 40 years. You get it? They want to be in parliament for long. So they try to understand the community they represent and what they can do. So one rushes to buy an ambulance. I was speaking to one of
how much do they cost?
Between 100 and 150.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And of course...
And you've no guarantee,
no guarantee
that those who got it will remember you.
But there is one funny thing with ambulance. Out of 10 members of parliament who buy ambulances, 8 don't come back. And that's what it has been.
So the buying of it
You know,
if you're buying for it for retention purposes, the facts are against that.
Yes. You know, ambulance has a hidden cost that you have to be a senior politician to really understand and interpret. See, when you buy, you're sinking about 150 million into that venture. Now, this is a venture that will demand money on a daily. After sinking that huge investment of 150.
It's not a one-off.